What's up? What's up? What's up? Peace and light, peace and love. I got to tell y'all something. It took all of my energy and willpower to get up today. I just really wasn't feeling it. And I was trying to avoid doing this and putting it off. But I got a lot of other stuff that's going on and everything. So I'm going to muster up and I'm going to channel in my very best energy so that I can really bring this message in today because I do think that this is a message, it holds near and dear in my heart. It's another way that we can bring that beauty and that magic together and really allow us to get us in alignment for whatever it is that whatever energy we are truly making that attempt to embody, right? So in case you don't know who I am, I just want to check in. I am Shakesha. I am a divine priestess. I'm a beauty mystic, an astronumerative intuitive, and I am the author of this here book right here called Holistic Appeal, which is a concise approach to get us in alignment with our most appealing self. You can cop this on Amazon. So the work that I come here to do, what my intention is to empower us all with divine beauty, wisdom, and our expression so that we can shine our light and shine bright out here in this world. And I give thanks to the divine plan of love unfolding out here in these spiritual streets. Absolutely. Ashe and amen to that. So I want to send love and light out to all of the soul family, those that are known and unknown, seen and unseen. These are you, the real ones out here, the spiritual gangsters out here. You need to know this work you're doing, it is not in vain. You are loved, you are appreciated, you are respected, and you are cherished. This is so not easy out here to be doing this work, especially with a lot of the side eye energy that we got going on. You be encouraged anyway and keep it gangster out here in these streets without a doubt. Shout out to the Aquarius. We are in the heart of Aquarius season. And the Aquarians, right? The Aquarians is that unique energy, right? That's that humanitarian. It's the creative. It's the progressive energy, right? Connected to the energy of Uranus, which brings that rebelliousness and that desire for freedom, along with Saturn, that attaches us to our ambitions and our major life lessons. So you put those all together and you get Aquarian energy that's in effect in a big, in a powerful way right about now. We moving up on that new moon in Aquarius. I believe that's on the 9th, right? Right? I believe so. And then the other day, what was that on the 4th? We had Mercury move into Aquarius. So now we got that sun, that moon, and we got Pluto, no doubt, in Aquarius for right now. And this energy right here makes it most gangster, makes it most auspicious for us to bring all of those creative ideas, those outside of the box thoughts that we had, bringing them out to the table. This is a time to talk what you know and know what you talk. Because when Mercury links up with Aquarius, this is all about that unique, that innovative energy, right? And tapping into that is going to get you into a most gangster and auspicious place. No doubt about it. So one of the stones that I have been working with has been this turquoise. And then the other one, I got them in my ear right here. Oh, the lapis lazuli is what I got working right here. But this turquoise, I don't know. I think that, it puts me in the mind of this Isis energy. You know what I'm saying? And I've been working with that. Now, these are some communication stones. This turquoise is definitely, for me, my experience with the turquoise is that it helps me get my heart into alignment with my speech. You know what I'm saying? So that way I can say what I mean and mean what I say. And then the lapis lazuli that I got that's going on right about now, that lapis lazuli, it just helps me to be able to direct my thoughts in a clear and concise way so that I'm not, having all of this circular type of conversation that's going on where I jump from one subject to the next, which I tend to do. a lot. That's just one of the things I do. But this really kind of helps me to bring it all back into focus so that I can really, say what I got to say with just, a little more clarity. You know what I'm saying? And then I can also take these bad boys off. I was talking about this shit yesterday on that Instagram live where I tap into the crystal angels, right? And when you tap into those crystal angels, family, the crystal angels is such a most gangster thing. See, this will take you out of that mind where you think that you need to put on a gazillion pieces of crystal for everything. And I got this one here, and I got that in my bra, and this in my pocket, and 5 of them around my neck, and 3 in my ear, and all of that type of shit, right? See, when you tap into those crystal angels, this can really help you to really focus that energy, right? So what I was doing with the crystal angels that I have, let me pull mine out. I got a lapis right here. And you can do that with just about any of them, though. But I like these little facial rollers and everything because on these facial rollers, the facial rollers, they really help like in closing up your pores. It brings that coolness to your skin and it just brightens the complexion in a beautiful way. But then it also links you up to the energy of the crystal. And how it does that is you connect to it and it gets into the auric field and all of that. That is essentially the way that you tap into those crystal angels, right? Because once you start connecting with that energy, you can call upon the crystal angel of the lapis lazuli to come support you and serve you in whatever it is that you're doing because you've already made that connection. Now, one of the other ways that it works, of course, this is what I like to deal with, is that subconscious mind. See, when you get your subconscious mind in alignment for whatever it is that you're trying to do, this is going to help to direct the movements that you make at all of the time. This is what your whole purpose of getting the altar is all about, right? You have those things that are up on your altar. They work with your subconscious mind to help you get in alignment with whatever your intention is. The same way you deal with colors, the same way you deal with all of the energy work. And when you're doing magic, this is what you're doing. You are getting that subconscious mind in alignment so that you can accomplish those things that you wish to make happen within your life. So goes the same way. Tap into the crystal angels and really watch how they show up and work for you. And once you start working with them, I love them so much. And then you work with them and then you begin to call upon them. Watch how they show up and serve you. You can leave this right at home. I ain't got to carry it in my pocket or hold it in my bra. I mean, they still work. They are most gangster holding them on your person, no doubt about it. I'm not here to argue that shit. However, you can definitely tap into the crystal angel of all of those, and it just really will assist you in being able to get those things that you wanted to get accomplished done in a more efficient way. So definitely tap into that. So let me see what else, what else, what else, what else. Oh, so all about dealing with that subconscious mind. I wanted to talk a little bit about this magical aromatherapy. Now, one of the books that I like to work with is this Scott Cunningham right here, this magical aromatherapy book, because this book right here is one powerful guide in really letting you know like what the magic in all of these scents are, what planet is associated with, what element, and then the magical influences that it will link you up with when you're working with it. So this is a most gangster way to truly, truly, truly tap into the magic, the power, the beauty of how this magical aromatherapy works for us. See, it works from our olfactory system, right? The olfactory system is right in our brain. It deals with that blood-brain barrier within us, right? So let's talk about that just for a minute because see, the blood-brain barrier is a selective semi-permeable membrane between the blood and the interstitium in the brain, which allows the cerebral blood vessels to regulate molecule and ion movement between the blood and the brain. This is from the National Institute of Health. That's the definition, the official definition out here, right? So, because what this is, it's a network of blood vessel and tissues made up that helps you to keep harmful substances from reaching the brain. The blood-brain barriers, it lets some of them in, like oxygen, water, carbon dioxide, and all of that passing through the brain. But then on another most gangster way, it also helps you to recall memory, recall feelings, emotions, tapping into all of that. See, the olfactory system is most gangster because it's a powerful way that scent enhances our life. It stimulates our healing, our emotional responses, and everything because they travel from the nerves in the olfactory system all the way through the brain and they impact the amygdala in the brain, right? The amygdala in the brain is that part of the brain that helps us to pick up the emotional response and how that goes. You know what I'm saying? See, magical aromatherapy, this is about us using scent to enhance our life. This is a magical tool. It uses a lot of plant extracts and it will help us to build prosperity, love, protection. It even helps us to gain psychic awareness because the sense of smell, which I was just talking about with that olfactory system or olfaction, is special in the sense in which smells are perceived. The sense of smells has many functions. It can help us detect foods that we like, things that's hazardous to us. We can pick up pheromones. It also plays a role in how we taste things because the olfactory system, it really helps us differentiate, you know what I'm saying, what's good, what's not, you know what I'm saying? That system is at the roof of our nasal cavity within our head. Because scent, it communicates the signals to the olfactory system and then it stimulates the brain to exert the neurotransmitters. The neurotransmitters that I'm talking about is the serotonin and the dopamine that's in our mind, which I probably should have just led with that, right? Thereby regulating the mood. All right. So I had to go ahead and get through them notes that I wrote down so that I don't forget that part. You know what I'm saying? Before I get all up and involved in all of that and everything. So when we dealing with this aromatherapy, this is the way that it works. This is the science of how it works. And when it's dealing with that blood-brain barrier, right? When we allow that scent to get into that olfactory system and really register throughout our mind. See, this is how we allow it to work with that subconscious mind so that it can bring back old memories, right? Good, bad, and different, right? Sometimes you'll smell some things and it'll transport you right back to childhood. You know, you smell cookies baking and maybe it'll take you right back to your grandmother's house when she used to make cookies at a certain particular time, or when you used to do that with your family at a particular time or other. You know, certain perfumes. I know when I smell Jergens, that cherry almond lotion, that Jergens lotion, it transports me right back to my grandmother's house. Like that was her brand. And every time we got out of the tub, she would have us lather up with that Jergens lotion from head to toe. And that smell has just always been one that just always reminds me of being with my grandmother and spending that time with her. But there's a lot of other signs, you know, a wet blanket, the smell of piss reminds me of some unfortunate memories that, you know what I'm saying, I would like to forget, you know, like when my cousin pissed my bed and I just didn't appreciate it, you know, those type of memories and everything. And it'll transport me right back into being pissed the hell off. So, you know what I'm saying? So scents can work in so many different ways, so many different levels to that and everything. But I wanted to talk about like when we're getting those fragrances and getting a little bit more informed about getting those perfumes. Because one of the things that I really add into my arsenal of magical intention is scent. And when I'm working with glamour magic, when I'm working with beauty magic, when I'm tapping into that divine beauty that's going to get me in alignment, that whole holistic approach to get me in alignment for my most appealing self, scent is definitely one of those gangsters that I deals with, one of those tools that's in the kit that I definitely deal with that's going to help me get into alignment. There's certain types of scents, there's certain types of scents and certain levels of I'm trying to think of the right word. Certain time limits, I guess, you know what I'm saying, saturations of the perfume, because some of them, they last for short periods of time, some of them last for longer periods of time. But I think I'm getting ahead of myself, so I'm just going to go ahead and go through a lot of the fragrance families and really talk about like how they can help in supporting some of our intentions. And then I'll talk about like some of the concentrations of them so that we can really be more informed of getting ourselves in alignment. One of the things that you want to deal with is these fragrance families. Now, you can break them down however you want to. But one of the ways is to really understand the difference of the scent families in every sense that they're based on. So I base them down, where most of the old schoolers do, on the four main types being warm, woody, oriental, and fresh. Now, there's so many other breakdowns, and I'm going to get into them and everything. But those are like a lot of when I'm dealing with them, when I have them in my on my counters, this is the way that I kind of break them down because it helps me move more into a elemental type of linkage with that. You know what I'm saying? And it helps me to differentiate, you know what I'm saying, between the earth, the air, the fire, the water. And then, you know what I'm saying, helps me to be able to align my magic that way. You understand where I'm going? Okay. All right. Ain't trying to confuse folks out here in these streets. So I'm going to talk about the fresh, the aquatic, and the green scents. So these are ones that, of course, they link me up to, of course, the water element, right? The air element, as well as the earth element, all depending on the vibration of it. This is why another reason why I recommend getting this Scott Cunningham's magical aromatherapy, because this can definitely give you a guide as to what direction these scents are in, and, or what element these scents are in, and that way you can learn to direct your magic accordingly, or you can do it all intuitively like I do, you know what I'm saying, most of the time. But I still like to go back to the book sometimes. So, up to you how you do, you know what I'm saying? It's just all in how I'm feeling at some point. But fresh fragrances, they usually comprise of citrus, the water, the green notes, and they have this refreshing, zesty, and vibrant smells, right? Citrus fragrances, right? I usually, you know what I'm saying, I really like to rock with them. They move into that air element for me. And you can deal with that with lemon, mandarin, bergamot, and everything. While the water fragrances, they're made more with aquatic notes, right? When you tapping into that particular energy. Fresh green fragrances is also reminiscent of herbal and leafy scents, right? For that crisp and that uplifting smell. These are some of those scents. See, like I said, it just varies. So this is why it's important to have an idea once you start really mastering the energies and everything on how it makes you feel. If it helps you to feel more grounded, if it helps you to feel more secure, you're probably going to link that to the earth element. If it helps you to feel more thoughtful, more inspired, more uplifted, you're going to link that to the air element, right? And if it starts to help you to feel more emotionally in the flow of things, you know what I'm saying? Which starts to make you feel, that lovey feeling, that sensual feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That sensual, that love connection and everything. I link that to the water element. So this is just the way that I do it. You do it the way that you want to do it and everything. And then of course that fire element, you know what I'm saying? We can go a whole bunch of places with that, but I deal with that with the cinnamons, the gingers, you know what I'm saying? The heated sense, right? Because those will definitely bring you that passionate energy and everything. And I like to deal with those for the fire element, those ones that bring, the most innermost desires, you know what I'm saying? Helping to help you to shine your light a lot brighter, you know what I'm saying? Those types of things, you know what I'm saying? Those that help you to be bigger in your energy and everything. Those are fire element scents. However you do it, you do what you do. But let me get into these florals real quick, because florals, like I say, the florals, they divvy up into different variations as far as I'm concerned. But the floral fragrances are the most popular families and one of the broadest. And this being is that because they touch all of the elements within itself. But any fragrance that has that sweet flowery scent, they're going to belong under that, you know what I'm saying, that floral scent typically. Now, this is where the matrix is at, where magic and the matrix kind of merge together. I'm bringing them all together. See, so when you use notes like rose, jasmine, lilies, and peony, you know what I'm saying? Those are what they consider floral scents, right? But the roses is more of a Venusian vibration, and the jasmine is dealing with like the moon and the water element and everything. And the lilies within itself, for me, let me see. Let me see where we going with that. Well, let me see. We going with that. I can't find it right here. But anyway, that lily, for me, it's more of a I water them a lot. So they give me a lot of love, energy, and everything. So I'm gonna go with that. That's how I'm experiencing it. But like the lavenders, you know what I'm saying? Those type of flowers, those are more like air elements because they give me that uplifting vibration and everything. Lily, moon, yeah, yeah. Okay. So yeah, water element as well. So you know what I'm saying? So the florals, you know what I'm saying? You got to really be able to tap in and experience the energy so that you can get in alignment with intentions. But you don't necessarily have to use this as the end all and the be all, because you need to know the magic is within you. And when you tap into the energetic signature on how this goes, this is what's going to bring your magic to a whole nother level, baby. I promise you that. That spicy, that oriental. This is more in alignment with the earth fire element as far as I'm concerned. But we can also delve in two different ones. It's all dependent upon, you know what I'm saying? It's all dependent upon when you inhale it, where it takes you. How does it make you feel? Remember that, because that spicy, that oriental fragrances, these are warm, they're sweet, they're even a little spicy, right? This is a more luxurious fragrance family. The oriental fragrances, they vary from floral to soft oriental and also the woody oriental, right? So this is like, it varies in between between the spectrums and everything. So we really got to be in tune with the energetic signature. This is why you need to grab holistic appeal, so that you can learn about what these energetic expressions are looking like, right? Gives you a quick run through so that you can really catch the grip. Not a long dissertation on that shit, you know what I'm saying? Boring the hell out of you. But just that information you need that's going to put you on a street call straight so that you can definitely dive deeper into this. Now, perfumes and aftershaves in this family, they're rich, they're sensual, they're often made with interesting notes of like cardamom, cinnamon, and vanilla. And they work alongside with other scents like jasmine and orchid and orange blossom, right? See, and now this is blending those elements together to get you a truly unique type of signature scent that's working for you in a very powerful way. This signature scent thing, see, when you do something original, you know, you go set yourself apart from the rest of these cats out here in the streets. I promise you that. And not only that, it just elevates the gangster within you. Now, let me say something. Don't you let nobody tell you that this shit is superficial, because what you're doing, this is the magic of you. And anything that you can do to enhance how you perceive yourself, how you feel about yourself, and anything that you can do that will help you to get in alignment for what it is that that you're attempting to command in your life, you need to know you in the realm of doing it right. I promise you this. Let's talk about these woody fragrances, because I like to deal with these on the earth aspects, right? Woody fragrance are another part of the warm family. They have a mysterious and captivating scent, right? They're often favored in like a lot of the aftershaves and stuff like that. Like you'll typically find these in like the men's colognes, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Using scents like cedarwood, sandalwood, vetiver. amber, you know what I'm saying? And these are also scents that a lot of cats they wear in the evening and everything. These right here, these scents right here, they transport you directly into that fairy realm. You know what I'm saying? That earth magic and everything helps you to get grounded quickly. The woody fragrances, they're split into different mossy woods. They give you a earthy, a sweet undertone. You know what I'm saying? Dry woods, they sometimes got a smoky and a leathery smell to you. You know, I was considering getting this one. It was called Falcon Leather. It's kind of pricey, but you know, my animal totem is the falcon, right? So I'm like, yeah, I think I need to get me some of that shit. I'm gonna invest in it, you know. But then I started thinking, you know, as much as I love these woody scents, I find myself dipping in my husband's shit a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a lot. I get him a lot of vetiver, cedarwood, sandalwood type of scents. You know what I'm saying? And but that earthy, smoky, leathery smell, I'm just not so sure about. I'm not so sure if that's going to help me to elevate my gangster. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not so sure. And then I messed around and kicked up 2 stacks for some shit that I don't want at the end of the day. Oh, you know, I'm not doing it like that. I'm not doing it like that. And I just ain't in this position right now where I'm just in the business of throwing money away at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be an investment. And I'm not really sure. So I'm going to have to go out to a department store, see if I can get a sample of that and walk around with it and see how that smells. That's the other thing. Shout out to my very beautiful old dear friend who taught me about sampling these scents, because that was something that I didn't know about, how you really must allow yourself to wear the scent. Jumping ahead of myself again. Let me go back. Let me talk about this other scent, because this is one, it's on the spectrum of either you love them or you hate them. Now, these can work for you in some very powerful and profound ways. This can help you to bring a magic that will sweeten up your intentions. You know what I'm saying? These are the gourmand dessert fragrances, right? These are like, all right, this is that fragrance that brings out this sense of indulgence, of sweets, something that is delicious, like a dessert. You know what I'm saying? A caramel sundae, a hot fudge sundae, or some shit like that, right? Now, this is kind of tapping in. We can say earth, water, energy, perhaps, yeah, yeah. That's how I'm experiencing it. But you know, you do you, however you feeling it. You know what I'm saying? It's tapping into that realm and everything. But what I really like those sweeter scents for, the sweeter sense is about me, how I work with it is in elevating the intention, bringing the sweetness out in it. Like when you put honey in any of your spells, if you put them in your baths and everything, right, it sweetens the intention, right? And this is all about you being able to embody the ecstasy, you know what I'm saying? It elevates it. It really makes it a lot more enjoyable by bringing that vibration into there. So I would be amiss if I didn't include that in my conversation, right? See, these and then the other scent that I want to talk about too is that fruity scent. Now, I like these scents because these bring in that money vibration, especially like that pineapple, you know what I'm saying? Cherry, pear, watermelon, pomegranate, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? These are all, they bring in that summertime vibration, you know what I'm saying? So I like that. I like that a lot, bringing that into the magic. Now we tapping into the energy of this is what I'm talking. You understand? Now this can be sweet, but this is about us really being in that whole vibration of bringing that fun, playful energy. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're dealing with fruity scents, it can range from playful to sophisticated, depending on any of the other notes and how you combine them and everything. Because this is what makes scent so magical. This is what makes Aroma Magic so damn gangster, because you can craft this and put your own energetic signature on it, and it's going to show up in a powerful and profound way. It can transport you right into an energy. I'm here to tell you. So this is what I wanted to talk about, these fragrance notes. I had a beautiful friend of mine say, I didn't know. I used to go up to the counter, I spray a little bit on my arm. I like that a lot. That's good. Give me two of them shits, right? Oh, slow down, she said. What we go do, you go spray a little bit on there. You got to let it air out and walk around and let it work with you and everything, right? See, now you used to have, you got some of these now, the new ones, they put it on a paper stick and you spray it there and then you wave it and then you smell it, see if you like it. But then if it's not for you, if it's for you, then you may be doing yourself a disservice. So I put it on my skin to see how it smells with my body chemistry, right? But what I didn't know is about the fragrance notes. See, we often see the top, the middle of the base notes being used to describe fragrances, right? But the top notes of a fragrance is also known as the head or the opening notes. And this is what you smell immediately after spraying your perfume or the aftershave, however you're doing it and everything. But they evaporate quickly from the first impression of the fragrance, right? So when you first spray that on, you know what I'm saying? That's what you getting a hit of. And then, you know what I'm saying? And that may be what you buying into. But see, the middle or the heart of a fragrance, that note appears once the top notes have disappeared. And these notes is considered to be the main body of the fragrance. This is the part that lasts long, more so than the top notes that are usually well-rounded. So see, this is what's going to give you a full idea of the profile of these scents that you're working with when you going to get, perfumes and all of that shit, or even when you are working this shit yourself, you know what I'm saying? Boogie the boom, you gonna rig, you know what I'm saying? Figure this all the way. All right. So the fragrance notes, when you going out and you buying this, so you can either make your own or you can get out and buy them. I like to do both. But for the most part, when I'm wearing perfumes and shit like that, um, I got a lot because I done, invested over the years, a lot of different scents that I like to wear and everything. And sometimes, I'll combine them up or I'll make my own. Either way, you do what you want to do. You do you. This is why magic is such a beautiful thing because you get to put your own thing down. This is what makes it unique. This is what makes it so gangster. And we talking about that uniqueness all up in Aquarius season. Let's get it. Anyway, so the middle or the heart of the notes appears once the top notes have disappeared. Now, these notes is considered to be the main body of the fragrance. They last longer than the top notes and they're usually well-rounded, right? So now the base notes, they're left at the other end. And this smell is the one that you remember the most. The base notes is the ones that last the longest because it mixes the middle note to create the full body of your perfume or your cologne or however you get down and do it, right? So this is one of the things that, you know what I'm saying, I had to definitely include because this was something I just didn't know. So now what we would do is I would spray a little bit on my wrist and then I would go and I would do my shopping and everything. And as I'm going through the store and doing whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm going back sniffing a little bit and this and that and go. And then that way, before I walk up out of that mall, I know whether or not I'm planning on buying this. You know what I'm saying? Because I've given it an opportunity to allow the notes to really expose themselves. So that's why I want to bring that part in there. That shit's important, whether you know it or not, because I've gotten a few fragrances home and they smell different. Like, when you take your clothes off at the end of the day, it's like I got something different and shit like that. So let's talk about that too, about how long a lot of these perfumes, a lot of them last as well, you know. So when you go to places like Bath and Body Works, you're going to get those scents that have 1 to 3% of the perfume oil in there. That's going to last you about 2 hours. Know that. So if you just want to have a temporary, a quick little scent or something like that, that's going to hit you off real quick or something like that, or you don't want to spend that much money, then that might be the ticket for you. Then you got the other one that's about 2 to 4% perfume oil, right? Those is more like the cologne sprays. You could probably find them, that's I think that's what they probably got at places like Burlington, shit like that there, right? And those last you probably about 5 hours, you know what I'm saying, at the most, something like that. And you can wear them and you probably can get through, part of the day, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It'll do, you know what I'm saying? Some of them is real nice. You find them, you know what I'm saying, for a beautiful price, at one of those stores and everything. And so they last you, you know what I'm saying, throughout, most of the part of the day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say most of the day, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It'll work, it'll do, you know. And then you talking about the one they call the toilet water. Those is the ones that's about 15% perfume oil, right? I like those. I like those a lot. You know what I'm saying? Those bad boy, they last all day though. They last all day. As far as I'm concerned, I got several of those. And those bad boys, I will put them on, especially if you put them on those pressure points, those pulse points, you know what I'm saying? Where, of course, they say the wrist, and right where the brachial artery, if you don't know where the brachial is, that's like right where the thigh and the pubic bone meet at and everything, you know what I'm saying? Right in that particular area, just that. Now, don't do it to where, you know what I'm saying, you got yourself in a situation where you feeling the burning sensation and it's got you all uncomfortable. That's not gonna work out, right? But right in there, you know what I'm saying? And I like on the neck, whatever, how you do it is how you do it and everything. But that's where you really can get the most bang for your buck, putting them in those particular spots, right? That's going to last you about 6, 7, 8 hours. So you can put that on in the morning and you can rock with it. If you got a job where you're working an 8 hour day, you know what I'm saying? That's going to more than likely hold you down. Definitely, definitely. I mean, they definitely have for me. But the one that's the show shot is the perfume spray. Now, these ones right here, they got 10 to 20% perfume oil. And these bad boys, they last all friggin' day. This is the most gangsters in the perfume sense, right? These ones last all day. You put these bad boys on you, they last all day. Forget about it. Put them on those essential pressure points, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And when you walk through the room, people will know you when you come through. They know your scent. You on point with it. And you know what I'm saying? And when you come home, you can still smell the aroma of that particular perfume that you're wearing at that point in time. It's going to be on you. And this is for where most of those cats that wear that perfume oil that's at these concentrations, these are those folks where you just know what their scents are. Those that wear the 5 to 15 and the 10 to 20, those are the cats that when they come in, they got this smell. It's not overpowering. I had an uncle who used to take a bath in that shit. I do not recommend doing that type of shit, but that's what he did. You know what I'm saying? He thought it was hot and whatever. But that's how he got down. And I don't recommend that. But if you just a little bit, it goes such a long way. And this is why, even though it doesn't feel that way, and I'm trying to tell you, see, I'm a spendthrift myself. I promise you I am. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here trying to tell you to go out here and blow your money on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't even built like that. You know what I'm saying? For real, I promise you this. But I will recommend that if you do buy some perfumes, if you're going to make an investment in a fragrance that's going to be a part of your signature scent, go on and get that 10 to 20. Go ahead and grab that up, make the investment, because see, a little, it goes a long way. You dab it on and you in the business right there. And I promise you, it's going to hold you down for a very long time. I remember I bought me a bottle. You buy you a nice size bottle of it or buy a smaller bottle, however you do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to last you. I think was a 3 ounce bottle or yeah, I think a 2, 3 ounce bottle, something like that. And I mean, I bought that shit like a couple years ago. Still got that shit. Still got that shit. And only half of us use. And I let folks use when they come visit and they're like, oh, let me put that. That smells so good. Yeah, a little goes a long way. I'm here to tell you. You don't gotta take a bath in that shit. You just bip bop and you in the house and it's gonna hold you down throughout the day. And when you walk in a room, I'm telling you, you bring a whole special little energy. It brings something to that presence. That scent does. You need to know that. Aroma Magic is gangster. So in conclusion, our scent, it affects us in a powerful way. It can absolutely enhance your life. When you tap into the elemental expression of it, it really takes your magic to a whole nother level. If you can tap into the element of the earth, the air, the fire, the water, and direct your intention, it's going to make your game rise up a notch or two. The scent, it works with our nerves. It stimulates our healing and our emotional responses. It travels from the olfactory nerves directly to the brain, especially impacting that amygdala, which is the emotional center of the brain. This is where the magic is, right here in that amygdala, right? You need this in your life. This is a most gangster form of magic. You need to know that. Let me pull a quick card just to see where we got some guidance. And because I'm dealing with that scent and it's on that primal level, I'm going to pull out my spirit animal oracle because ain't nobody scent more gangster than these animals out here. Word, say not. Who's out here? The Panther spirit. The Panther spirit is coming through, letting us know that we got to make sure that we are making a special effort to reclaim our power. Using this scent is going to be one of the tools that you put in your box to build your foundation in reclaiming your power. And now this Panther done came through, letting you know if you're looking for opportunity and success out here in these streets, if you really want to see the G card come up out of you, using this scent, working with it, is one of those ways that you can absolutely reclaim your power. This is going to help you to get in alignment for whatever it is you are intending to do out here in these cosmic streets, baby. I assure you and I promise you, it's a most gangster magic. I hope that this was helpful for you. I give thanks to the divine plan of love unfolding. Peace and light. Peace and love.